Hi, I'm Alina. 3 weeks ago, something truly terrifying happened. It all started innocently enough. It was my birthday, and my husband John surprised me with a top-of-the-line baby monitor for our daughter Emily. He'd gone all-out night vision, two-way talk, the works. No more tiptoeing in to check on her, he'd said with a wink. We were both relieved. You see, Emily had just transitioned to her own room, and the anxiety was palpable, especially for me. The first few nights were uneventful. The gentle hum of the monitor became a comforting presence. I'd find myself constantly glancing at its screen, mesmerized by the peaceful image of Emily sound asleep. Little did I know, that very screen would soon become the source of my worst nightmares. It began subtly, a slight rustling sound from the monitor, like paper being crumpled. I dismissed it as interference, but as the nights went on, the noises became more frequent, more deliberate. A soft tapping, almost rhythmic, sent chills down my spine. I'd lie awake, listening intently, my heart pounding in my chest. What was that? Was it just the house settling, or was it something more sinister? My imagination ran wild, conjuring up images that made me want to scoop Emily back into our bed and never let go. I confided in John, of course, but he, ever the pragmatist, brushed off my concerns. It's just the monitor, love. You're letting your imagination run away with you. He'd pull me close, trying to soothe my anxieties. Go back to sleep. Everything is fine. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. The noises persisted, growing bolder, more insistent. The gentle hum of the monitor now sounded like a menacing drone in my ears. I felt a knot of dread tightening in my stomach. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Something was wrong, terribly wrong. Driven by a primal instinct to protect my child, I started making late-night trips to Emily's room. Each time I'd creep in, my heart pounding, only to find her sleeping soundly in her crib. Everything seemed to be in order, but the noises continued, night after night. I felt like I was going mad. The rational part of me knew I was probably overreacting, but the mother in me couldn't ignore the chilling feeling that something was amiss. And that feeling only intensified with each passing night. Then came the night that changed everything, a night I will never forget. I was jarred awake by the unmistakable sound of Emily crying through the monitor, but something wasn't right. The cry was different, strained, almost muffled. My blood ran cold. I glanced at the monitor, expecting to see Emily thrashing in her crib, but what I saw sent a wave of terror crashing over me. Emily was fast asleep, her tiny chest rising and falling rhythmically. She wasn't crying, but the cries continued, echoing through the monitor, each one sending a fresh wave of terror through my veins. Someone, or something, was in my daughter's room. I didn't hesitate. I flew out of bed and raced to Emily's room, my heart pounding so hard I thought it would burst out of my chest. As I flung open the door, the cries abruptly stopped, replaced by an eerie silence. The monitor lay on the floor, its screen flickering erratically. And then I saw it. A fleeting glimpse of a figure disappearing into Emily's closet. I stood there, paralyzed with fear, my mind struggling to process what my eyes were seeing. The intruder had vanished as quickly as they'd appeared, leaving behind only a lingering sense of dread and the chilling realization that I was not alone. Later that night, after the police had come and gone, I discovered something else. It was a photograph lying on the floor just beneath the crib.